In my arms.
Were you taking care of the person, or you just happened to be there at that time?
Yeah, we were in Baldwin all the way. Right there. 30 minutes we were waiting for.
I guess he got the word. You were okay.
Yeah, I was.
Did they survive? What made what hit them?
Yeah, I think I was really blinded.
The camera set to work.
No, I didn't even
My
look.
next
Right.
question was,
Bristol, I'm driving off Hamilton Pool Road, and I'm still driving. I'm not paying attention yet.
You know, a friend and I flew over there a couple months back. It was hard to find that thing
because of their
in the air.
What?
You'd think a big hole in the ground, you'd be able to see it, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
I've never seen it from the air. I've been there, swim.
Did you do? And maybe a swimming.
well, you're young. You almost need to have a knife.
Yes. You don't think so?
It's kind of spooky.
I guess we.
You don't
It's kind of what?
want to send it away.
Scared the crap out of me.
Mash your face.
You're avoiding the sun coming
Yeah.
right in your face. Makes sense.
That's very neat that you went and flew around those places. Now they got arms and everything else. You can see
Yeah.
things. It's stunning.
Yeah, exactly.
You really couldn't see, I guess, because
It was difficult to find it. You know, it's so overgrown, right? And then all of a sudden it's there. It's like, whoa. It's kind of scary, you know. You fly as close as you
Yeah,
can.
I can see it's made an impression.
That's good.
oh yeah, I see these cameras pointed this way. Okay. It doesn't take much to fool me.
Yeah.
Not really good.
That's all good. All right. Plans these things at the end of the day. I am bushed.
How are you doing?
It must be a lovely hour. People are getting in late.
We got your early
John stands up there.
Is this a brand name? Did you get that at Untitled Chapter? Did you get that at
It's a video.
I have some of those. Yeah, I recognize. I have a bunch of them stuff.
I had a bunch of
bunch.
because I wanted
They used to Valley Royal. This is the one that what do you call that one that was by Michael Flowers on the side there?
this probably would come from there, but I know it's so
I can't think of the name of the store that, it's the Valley Royal is where I lived in here. One year was a different name to it. But it was right across from that, it was right across from that Marble Falls grocery store, where you're by where the pet store is, where the store.
Well, there was one in Case, there was one in Huntsville, and I couldn't shop in any of those, but I did love them.
I have a bunch of movie rooms. We had boutiques. The boutique clothes too, the movie rooms. I have a bunch of those shirts. I have one like that with that cutout like that, and that's why I was asking you.
Well, this shirt is so old, I mean, I start wearing it, you know.
Yeah, but they're good quality.
I wash them inside out, just hang them to dry.
Oh yeah, they're good quality. They fall apart. But that stuff is not cheap. I bought a lot of it. I like their stuff. It was like pretty stylish. I did recognize that. I'm trying to think of the name of that place that was like kind of the store that I went to, it had different names, it was over here. They were gone and everything.
Let me know about this printer.
All right. That's why I thought I had.
I might use my phone and Google it. I can hear the first thing. Did you just get a haircut?
If you'd like.
A little touch of gray. Probably use some color in it. They switch the size of the signs in my place.
I really haven't been with
Now he should be. It's his meeting. He's gonna call it. He's gonna call it.
Oh, I know, everybody be there with it. Be it, get that out of there. What's that? They are a little strange. It's amazing. Once you get it, you get it. They're a little weird.
Thank you, Bob.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. That was from a long time ago. It's kind of like, you know, I don't get that much stuff one week.
Couple weeks. But thank you.
Hi.
Sing that long blonde hair and I go down the road.
Yes. Yes, but
It's different.
Trust me, you don't want this different.
Since I ran the road, spending 30, 40 minutes working in the lawn. I cut it for a while.
Shit, that one's needed when it comes back.
Both my mother and my father was married in the £2 one. I told her,
What was there?
even
It's nice when I taste it.
Yeah, I'm just going
It's nice when I taste it.
You're afraid of it?
You know?
I figured he had some inside information I need to know about.
He probably does.
Last that 1 week, I'm very
I still check. I was losing about 6:30, so I see that. I try to wait sometimes.
a couple, 2 or 3 days a week.
Don't share some stories, but
Yeah. 3 days a week, I'm going early, so I'm out in the morning.
I get up at 5 in the morning. I'm not getting up.
No, she's right there.
My mom.
They called her out Sunday
She
night.
can't remember.
Really?
Yeah.
Was there.
They made a good decision. They've been right in the middle of it.
I'm really still.
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Wow. I just didn't know the time frame, so that's why I didn't snap to it.
Right.
I know they took that football team out of there and put them back in New Orleans on Tuesday.
Right?
That was very smart. Well, that was today. They moved it today. Otherwise, they would have been trapped.
I heard him. The issue is, you know.
What happens when you get developers on board?
Yeah, I received at one point, you know, that system started really accelerating. I said, but stuff like, you know, having a conversation. Yeah, it's very limited. Right, kind of like that, yeah, that she's when she's remembering it, that she doesn't remember, and it gets aggravated.
You just, and you have to learn to just write your tone and your vacation. It's, you have to sit down there. This is good for you to have it.
Yes.
Change. You just find, it's good to just small friend.
Yeah. Now it's like 5 minutes. Sit down, but it's like-
Good evening, everyone. All right, so this evening, before we open the meeting, just a quick announcement. We have one item on the docket, and we plan to announce that item. We'll take
Another 3,700 down the
your
ground.
comments, your statements, and then we're probably going to go right into executive session. I don't know how long that will be, but we'll make it as short as possible. All right. So I'd like to call the meeting to order at
6:05.
6:05. Very good. Try roll call. Oh. Brian's here. Jeff's here.
Scott? Okay.
Anyone else who'd like to speak? All set? Thank you. I'd like to introduce you all to John Carlton. He is the owner of the legal group that supports us. John is here to meet with us. He asked to meet with us, and that's the reason for this meeting. And so we have called the meeting to order. We've established a quorum. We're in a period of public comment, which is 3 minutes for anyone who signed up for that. Everything it looks like, and Marvin wanted to talk to one item, so we'll do that, Marvin, when we get to that point. Sure. We'll do general comments first, okay? Yep. So all you have to do is stuff like that. All right, Bruce, you're the first.
I just left my mailbox and no check from you people. The check that was promised in July. Playing games. Walker's getting his check every month. He promised in May it'd be no later than July, August, September, October. I bet I don't get it. Keep playing games, you clowns. Another $3,700 down the drain sitting over here with this attorney. He does everything. Why do we even have a board? Let's just pay him. Paid him what, $111 in 5 months? $111,000 in 5 months. You people ought to be embarrassed. But you're not. My 3 minutes is up, I'm sure. Who's next?
It's not up, but
I'm done.
You all set? Thank you. All right, Danny?
Hey, before I start, can somebody keep time?
I got it.
Last time these jokers cut me off at
They
59
just shorted
seconds.
it 2 minutes
2
last
minutes, and I'm
time.
gonna reclaim that before this is over.
Okay.
All right, so
Everybody knows you want to start. Move on.
They can't keep time. Go.
All right, I went over this last time, and I'm going to go over it again. 12 reasons why the current board is unfit to lead, and why that we must have an independent third-party temporary manager. 1, we don't have a manager. Now, 1, chronic leadership vacancies. Since March of 2024, WOWC has been operating without a president, secretary, treasurer, the timekeeper at the meetings, or a public information officer. The ongoing leadership has left the organization directionless and unable to effectively serve the community. Non-compliance with public utility PUC orders. The board has repeatedly failed to comply with PUC directives, leading to the petition for the appointment of the temporary manager. This drastic step underscores the board's inability to follow basic regulatory guidelines. 3, destruction of records. Vice President Jeff Walker has admitted to deleting public records related to the ongoing IRS investigation. This blatant disregard for transparency and the law undermines public confidence. 4, escalating legal costs. $3,700 sitting right here. Under Walker's leadership, and this is not current because they haven't given me the current invoices, legal fees have surged to over $111,000 in just a few months, spending $1,600 on a single agenda alone without ever adhering to them. Demonstrates the reckless misuse of funds that should be used to benefit the community, not cover up their failures. 5, departure of key personnel. Under Walker's leadership and Walker alone, WWC has seen the departure of 2 accountants, the manager, and 6 directors, indicating a severe internal dysfunction. 6, mismanagement of water resources. Walker authorized the giveaway of over 1 million gallons of water to Spectrum contractors and failed to stop meter sharing as promised. This mismanagement of our vital resources poses a significant threat to the community's sustainability. 7, repeated violations of the Texas Public Information Act. The board has consistently delayed or ignored public information requests, violating TPIA and leaving residents in the dark. Their refusal to be transparent about their actions has created an atmosphere of distrust and frustration. 8, neglect of the website and public information. The WWC website is outdated with missing financial reports and key legal filings. The financial reports are for May. And what happens after that is then you actually have to ask them for the information that should be available on the website, wasting more money. Health and safety risks. The board has failed to address water losses nearing 30%, a situation that not only wastes resources but also introduces potential health hazards. Despite these issues, the board has made no tangible effort to rectify the problem. 10, censorship, misogyny, and viewpoint discrimination. And if you keep it up, you can guarantee yourself you're going to get hot water. Director Brian Garceau has repeatedly silenced the public comments during meetings. Last week, he ripped me off out of 2 minutes and sat there with a smile on his face. They all three of them did. I'll reclaim my 2 minutes. Ignoring valuable input from female experts while allowing lies and misinformation to circulate unchecked. His actions demonstrate not only disregard for transparency, but also a pattern of viewpoint discrimination where dissenting or inconvenient perspectives are suppressed while false narratives are given free rein. This behavior reflects a deep-seated lack of respect for qualified individuals, you know who I'm talking about, who could contribute meaningfully to the board's decision-making process. 11, the IRS investigation. The board's poor financial management has triggered an IRS investigation which remains ongoing. The use of WOWC's attorneys to shield the board members from scrutiny is yet another example of how they're using community's funds to protect themselves rather than serve the public. And I actually believe they're protecting former directors, to be clear. 12, conflict of interest. Board members have been accused of prioritizing personal and external interest over the welfare of the community. Examples, inappropriate real estate dealings and unauthorized meter sharing, which Walker claimed he was going to rectify when he got on the board. He's been on the board for 18 months. Then I want to address one more issue. Since Brian made such a big deal about us not sharing time and adhering to what we had done for years, even under Jimenez, who we didn't really care for, I went and read the policy. And I'll be damned. It says time limit for public comment. And on B it says the official timekeeper for each speaker will be maintained and enforced by the Secretary-Treasurer or the Secretary-Treasurer's designee. We don't have a Secretary-Treasurer, and last I checked, Renee French didn't designate anyone. One more thing.
Quickly, Danny, please.
Did anyone else get this mail out that they mailed out talking about how we aren't censoring anybody? The board has...
No.
No, because I suspect they only send it out to a hand select group because it's on their letterhead. It's come to the board's attention that several members have falsely claimed that the current board is censoring its members at open board meetings. This is simply not true. This is simply a fact. Thank you.
Thank you, Danny.
I have a couple of
Clarifying questions?
questions.
Good.
Danny, do you have this destruction of data that you have accused me of for this IRS audit or revocation of it?
I absolutely do, and we're going to take that up with the law.
No,
We're going to take that up with the law because I'm done playing here.
Okay. Okay. You also say that there were 2 accounting firms?
There were 2 accounting firms.
Who's the 2
You know there were
accountants?
2 accounting firms.
No, who are the 2
Don't play stupid.
accountants?
You've been on the board for 18 months, Jeff.
Who are the 2
You
accountants?
tell me.
Well, I know of Norton and Salinas.
And you know that 2 accountants quit because you were on the board when they quit.
I don't know who the 2 other
Raven and
accountants.
Aaron. Don't play
well,
stupid.
That's not. They both resigned, by the way.
They walked
And they
away.
resigned on the 13th
I
of
know.
January.
Let's hear your excuses.
Okay.
Come on, you good.
No, I'm just getting clarification.
And this is against the public
You
comment
also-
policy, but okay.
No, it's not. I can ask
No,
clarifying
No, it is,
questions.
and you've made it clear
Toma
that that's
does.
not how it works. But go ahead.
Okay.
Toma does allow.
You also say one of the managers?
Yeah, I think George Burris resigned.
Okay. I just want to make sure. I just want to
Did he disappear? What happened?
clarify. And then the 6 directors?
Yeah, 6 directors.
Can you
Scott
name them?
Miller's wife,
Okay,
Renee
that's
French,
Judy.
Patty, Julie.
Okay, that's 4.
Yeah, we had the one guy that was going to stay on the board.
Rick Schaefer.
Rick Schaefer didn't.
No,
Rick Schaefer didn't. Rick Schaefer didn't like
Schaefer and Taylor resigned
reapply.
while you were a director.
He didn't resign.
and
He
then
just
what-
never signed up to get reelected.
No, he just walked away. And then I don't remember the fellow's
Just
name.
as
What was
long
his
as we-
name?
And as far as the censorship,
What was his name?
Jay Lafina?
No.
No, the guy from Houston, right? Is that what you're talking
Jeff
about?
Anderson?
Oh, Johnson.
Jeff
Skip
Anderson.
Johnson's
Jeff
son.
Anderson.
Jeff
And
Anderson.
Anderson. Wow, we got 7.
Oh.
Good job.
Thanks for the help, Jeff.
Jeff Willers.
Appreciate
And then the
you refreshing my
censorship
memory.
of the board,
Yeah.
that letter just got published. It didn't go out to everybody. All it did was published onto the website. That's all it was. It didn't get mailed out to
Well,
everybody.
you can post this on the website, not the financials?
That we posted
And
it
not
on
the
the
current
website.
legal invoices?
Yes, we posted
You
it on the
got your priorities all
website.
wrong,
And
bro.
we are trying, we try to keep up with the
Your
law.
priorities are all
Okay.
wrong.
Just so long as we clarified that. Okay.
Excuse me, how come you will engage with him now? But in
That's
the
right.
past, you've never engaged with us when
Nope.
we've asked questions.
You never
like those.
engage with me.
So I can
So it's
answer
selective?
that. I
It's
can answer
selective?
that. I'm a new moderator, okay, and Patty has another name for it. Presiding
It's called
It's
a
called-
presiding officer.
There you go.
And so when I read the TOMA, I read about this particular part of it, and the TOMA gives us some power to regulate our meetings. It allows us to set policy for how we run our meetings. And what I found was that the prior board had posted a policy on the 3-minute rule and some other things as well. And TOMA allows us, we must listen to people, and we want to listen to people. But if we don't understand a particular point of view, we are allowed to get clarification on that. TOMA does allow that. So the only reason it's happening maybe is because I read that and I am using it to help understand it. Marvin?
Can I just make a comment?
Sure, louder please.
Okay, there was a question about, and Mr. Walker said he didn't resign, he quit. That's exactly your words. You know, that's picking nits. Let's just deal with the issues.
Okay, so,
Yes, couldn't agree more.
yeah, that's
Let's
good
move
remark.
on.
Thank
Let's
you.
move on. Thank you. All right, Patty?
I'll stand up here. Just a few things. You know, first I want to say that everybody should have gotten a copy of the email that I sent out in regards to the agenda today about the issues with the compliance with the Texas Open Meetings Act. That's wonderful, Brian. You read the Texas Open Meetings Act. You should know all the issues with the agenda then. By your own words, you read it, so you should know the issues with the agenda. I put everything in that email to cite you to case law, AG opinions, etc., etc. Moving right along. Talking about public comments. We have an issue here. You guys pick and choose who you want to listen to and who you want to engage. No offense against Marvin, but you just allowed Marvin to speak out of turn. It's
true.
You do whatever you want to do, and you're okay to listen to Marvin, but when I have a point or someone else does, you don't want to hear it, you'll say, I'm sorry, you're out of order. So, you know, walk the talk, because you don't. So if you're going to adopt the policy, follow it.
I will work on that.
Well,
Marvin,
it's too late. You do whatever you want to do. Fine.
I think it's very nice that you accommodate old people.
It's
You
fine.
don't. I'm going to challenge you on that, Marvin.
It's called viewpoint.
I'm
Marvin,
sorry. It was a joke, dear. It
I
was
know.
just a joke.
But it's pick and choose who you want, and you don't want to hear me, so you never let me talk. But I am going to talk on this one, and this is to the membership. You need to open up your eyes, ratepayers. This TCQ report that came out that they have on their website. There's one in particular issue. Well, there's several issues, but the operator, Mr. Barner, states, or whoever it was, over and over they've told the board to fix the turbidity issues. And he essentially says, this is to the TCQ inspector, the board ignores us. The board, we have told them since April and May to do this, and they don't listen to us, and I guess we'll talk to the board again, yet they keep on spending money on attorneys. They're probably at $100,000 now. But hey, neglect the operations of the infrastructure. It's all in the report. But the most interesting thing has to do with the capacity. We are at 100% capacity. The rules are that when you reach over 85%, you need to start planning for the capacity of your water storage. And they're not doing it. They have no plan. They may say they have a plan, but they don't have a plan. They're scratching the backup, the clarifier. They're not going to use it. They're going to use it. Well, we don't have the money. I'm sure they're going to ask me questions. Maybe they won't, or they're going to have an answer for everything. They have an answer for everything. And nothing ever gets done. And it's old, and we're tired of it. Because what you're doing, if everyone in this room understands, you're putting our water quality at risk of contamination. And that's where I draw the line. And I'm going to do whatever I need to do, whatever it is, to hold you accountable.
Thank you, Patty.
It's not funny anymore.
Thank you, Patty. All right. These are all in the same handwriting for some reason. Alan, did you want to speak?
I'll come up. I just happened to be standing there when they were all saying, put my name down.
It's all good, Dan. Thank you. Go ahead, Alan.
I just, if y'all need any more reasons, or if y'all wonder why we shouldn't be in the water business, I think just this discussion so far just highlights why we need to be out of the water business. We can't run a meeting, we can't follow the rules, we can't do anything that's right here with this water corporation. We have a very important hearing coming up on October 24th, unless it gets postponed, where the PUC is going to look at putting a temporary manager in. We all need to be there, we all need to show support that we encourage the PUC to rule that way. We need a temporary manager to come in here. If you look at the agenda, if you need any more proof, look at the agenda. There's 4 or 5 PUC filings where we're out of compliance with stuff. Filings hadn't been filed on time. They're not obeying any of the rules from PUC. And we're having meetings that aren't meetings. We don't even know if we have actual board of directors actually. So we need to really support this temporary manager. And I understand that a temporary manager may come in, they may raise our water rates. They may have to get the system raised, get the system up and running like it needs to be. But there's no difference. Jeff Walker was at the PUC a few weeks ago saying, asking, begging, telling everybody, blaming everybody but himself. And he blamed the PUC for all the rates going up when it was the prior boards and the spending, the attorney fees and all the spending of the money that caused our rates to go up. So we need to be there. We need to show support, and we need to. I don't know what they're going to talk about in these 5 or 6 updates they're going to give us. I don't know if they're going to fight the temporary manager. If they do, they're going to use a law firm that in the last 12 to 18 months has lost 2 major cases of rate appeals, costing those ratepayers over $1 million each, or somewhere in that. And if don't take my word for it, you can go to the PUC. It's all on video. It's all recorded, these hearings, and we're going to pay them if that's the course they take. I don't know. I'm just saying that that's the course that they take. We're going to pay somebody that's already lost in front of the PUC to fight having a temporary manager to come in and straighten this company out, or at least get it started down the road to an IOU, whatever. I don't know the ins and outs of the temporary manager, but it's got to be better than what we have now. I'd rather pay that temporary manager a higher water rate than pay this board to continue spending our money frivolously. Thank you.
Thank you, Alan.
All right, that is the end of the general comments. Before we go on with the one agenda topic, Marvin did want an opportunity to speak.
I'm sorry?
I have Marvin down here for 4B.
Yeah, on 4B,
Yep.
but we're not, are we
That
past
is
4A?
the one topic for our meeting, other than the normal general comments and things like that.
I'm sorry, I just got this agenda that says 4A is an IRS inquiry, and I'm 4B.
Okay, so
Maybe I've got an old agenda.
Did you sign this?
I have it right here, I
Did
printed
you
it out.
sign in? Is this you?
No, I only have this.
Yes, he did sign.
Yes, he did sign in.
Oh, yes, he did?
Yeah, I did, for
It doesn't matter whether you open the
4B.
order, just
Yeah.
For
Do you have
4B.
any comments about 4B, Marvin?
That's what I signed up for, was for 4B.
Yes, go ahead with your comments.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I thought we were on 4A, which is the
We're going to,
IRS inquiry.
essentially what we're going to do is hear the one person who wants to talk to this agenda item, and then, John, I believe we're going right into executive session, right?
No, wait a second.
No, let me speak, please.
These items we get to talk about before you go into executive session.
My understanding is that there is one item on the docket, and it has sub-items. Yes, it has
You
sub-items.
have 4 and you have A through F. You're going to talk about all those items. It says right here, legal update, legal update. So you're being updated. You're not discussing and you're not voting on. And your boilerplate language doesn't cut, it's not applicable here. I'm sorry. Go ahead, have your attorney give his opinion. Let's hear it.
public comment.
In this case, it's 6 of one, half dozen the other. We have one person to speak, and then we're going into public session.
No, I'm sorry. I signed up for every item on it.
Okay.
So did Danny.
So did Alan, so did Bruce.
I'm going to put you on the spot, John.
So if they signed up for the items to
Yes.
discuss them,
So, the
Then we
question,
need to take all those comments now.
Okay, you wanna take them now?
The Open Meetings Act does not require you to take things in a particular order when
Okay.
you're listed on the agenda. It requires you to give the public notice of what you're going to discuss.
Fine.
so is this number 4, A, B, C, D, E, and F, is it one item or is it 6?
It is one item with 6 topics that are going to be included in that discussion.
Okay, so is it 3 minutes for each of the 6? Or is it 3 minutes for the one item on any of what's?
I have not seen the policy that you've adopted.
I'm afraid it's probably not that.
Yeah, so I think it's the board's discretion as to how you want to take it.
Take them 3 minutes apiece.
We're gonna do 3 minutes apiece, and,
Hey, Brian, can your camera pick up?
oh, yeah, it's a great microphone, Danny, don't worry about
No,
that.
that guy, that you can see him.
I believe
he
you can,
decided
yes.
the wrong login, and we'll correct him later.
Yeah, I mean, I've lost my feed to Twitch, so I can't tell right now. That's interesting. Okay, so we'll go, I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna start with Marvin on 4B, and then I'm gonna go back up to the top.
Okay. I assumed, probably wrongfully, that I would hear your comments with respect to 4B, and then I'd have a chance to comment upon those. The answer is no.
The answer is, we are about to go and talk about an item or multiple items. You and anyone else that is signed up to speak on it may make a public statement.
So I can't wait until I hear what you have to say before commenting.
Correct.
Okay, then I will comment. I think I saw something some weeks, maybe a month ago, about this consideration for a temporary manager, and I think I saw that this temporary manager was going to be someone from a company named Answer, A-N-S-E-R.
Correct.
And I would only tell you guys that the company Answer has been acquired by another company called Accenture, which is a NYSE public company. And I looked in the website for Answer, and they don't say anything about dealing with folks like us. They say about dealing with construction projects. Okay, now, I don't know if you guys have the ability to do anything about this, but if you do, I would suggest you go to the PUC and say, look guys, we're a little bitty co-op of less than 300 members, más o menos, and we don't need somebody from a company that's just been acquired by an NYSE company. We need a retired guy that's been in the water business that can maybe help us work things out to the extent you need organization things worked out or operating things worked out, which I don't think you need. I think you need a new board, frankly. But in any event, okay, I said what I wanted to say before you told us what was going on this time. You win.
Thanks very much.
And if you want to comment on what I said, I guess you can. I don't know.
No question.
Okay.
The comment is, you're absolutely right. It's in the petition.
What petition? What petition, sir?
From the PUC, that petition for a temporary manager,
Yeah.
they list Answer.
Yep.
You're absolutely correct all the way down. It's owned by Accenture. I brought that up to them, going, who are these guys and what skills do they have to put us back on track?
And?
Don't have an answer yet because
Okay.
because the hearing hasn't come through.
Okay, thank you.
So yeah, so I'm on track with you. I'm similar feelings and questions that I have.
Okay.
You do your job, you wouldn't have to deal with this problem.
All right, I guess I'm gonna speak. Who's next?
Oh, yeah, what do you got?
Okay, so we're going around here. Okay, right up the top, legal update A, IRS inquiry FY22 audit, and Bruce, you're first up.
I'll pass.
Bruce passes, okay. Danny?
I have nothing to say on that, but I have your public comment policy right here in my hand. Y'all have got to stop this.
I've read
The
it
board
several
will
times.
solicit speakers in each agenda item in numerical order.
Okay, I'm going in numerical order.
No, you didn't go in numerical order.
I was right there. We just talked to Marvin. Out of respect, out of deference, we took Marvin first.
And I appreciate what he had to say.
Out of
A
respect.
letter is not a numeral, Danny, sorry, but he wins on that. He wins on that one. It's humorous, but he wins.
All right. Danny, did you have anything for me? No. Patty A?
Marvin, with all due respect, I do appreciate your humor in this, but it's not funny anymore. It really isn't. And you know, that's what you guys have to understand. This is serious stuff. And they have their attorney here who's probably billing $4.50 or something an hour, and he's going to take them over to Brian's house again. And as I pointed out, it's not allowable. They didn't post Brian's address on the agenda. They're supposed to post all the locations of where the meeting's going to be. So they're going to get up and they're going to go over there and sit in the house. We don't know who's going to be in the meeting, who's not going to be in the meeting. What if we all just got up and left and somebody came 10 minutes later and they're like, where is everybody? Well, they're over at his house having an executive session. Their attorney should know this. I sent him in the email. I cited to the AG opinions and everything. He should know this. And you guys are going to be challenged on this. So it's not a threat. I'm just telling you, you're going to be challenged on it. You and your attorney are going to be challenged on this agenda because it says update. And you can update us. We are hearing it. There's no executive session allowed. With that being said, IRS, when are you guys going to let us know what's going on, the specifics of this? Are we going to be fined? Are we being hit with fines that we're all going to have to pay? I think we deserve to know that. And you're not telling us that. That's it.
Well, we don't know.
You know more than we do, and you're not
We
sharing.
don't
it.
know. Go figure. Shocker.
Answered everything.
Alan,
Hang on a second. Can I give her an update?
Oh, sure, yeah.
I just got it.
An update, Patty, to that. We are not going over to Brian's house. We are there, going out to there, going into my truck. We're staying on property as you requested. It's kind of tough to go to an executive session when you're.
There's benches right there.
Oh, so-
That's what I mean. I said
So wait a
that.
second. So you're telling me that you shouldn't have been doing that? You shouldn't have gone over there? Is that what you're telling me?
No, we're not. We're just abiding to what you said. We're not saying that we were wrong. We're just giving you an update.
Well, then why aren't
on
you
what-
going over there?
We're
Why
just
aren't you
taking a
going
different
over there?
approach. I mean, we're taking a different
A different approach.
Our choice.
Yeah.
You know, put a bow on it all you want. You weren't supposed to do it, and now you know because of my email. Just admit it.
It's not in his character.
No,
to
you
admit
can't. It just can't. I've never been wrong.
What's that, Patty? On that one?
That's it. I mean, what more do we need to say?
Go to B.
Well, I'd like to know something, since your
I'm
attorney's
sorry.
here.
I was just called for people speaking out of turn.
Okay, let me find
it. You know, but you allowed it.
I
But we love you, Marvin.
Oh, sorry.
We're okay with it.
Well, because they're not going to like what Josie has to say.
They like what I had to say?
Exactly.
Oh,
They do.
really?
Yes.
Initially.
Well, that's good.
Initially.
Until you say get rid of the board.
Next up, Alan, did you?
No, I was just going to ask some questions, but since there's no button, I can't ask some questions.
I'm sorry? I'm not hearing it well.
I just said,